Hello guys, I think we're live now. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are doing just fine, and welcome to another Rust stream. As always, let's just set up my headset, set up my microphone here, make sure that I can hear myself at the start of the stream as well by pausing the music and see what I sound like. Hello guys, I think we're live now. Yeah, that's amazing. I think we have just the right settings, and yes, let's get into it. So yeah, welcome to another Rust stream. We're going to be continuing the work on the web crawler that I started quite a while ago, and I've not actually done any work on it since like I think it's last Monday or so it's been quite a while. And if I remember well, what I was actually doing was essentially just sorting out the image stuff, so we could crawl images as well as the links themselves. And what is left to do now is essentially just returning all of the properties from a link that we crawl into a nice kind of like struct, I guess. So like for every page, we're going to have all the links that the page contains. In other words, all the other pages that our current link links to, like images and other properties that we may want as well, such as like the titles, for example. That was an important one that we kind of definitely wanted to include, and store those things either in a database or in a file system. And we can kind of achieve that, I guess, with Rust traits, right? So we can have like some functions and traits that will allow us to store this particular, like this theoretical link list. It's not really a linked list, by the way. It's a list of links into, you know, databases or the file system in like JSON files or something. So yeah, let's actually start with ScaliDraw, right? And let's think about what we actually have currently. Just as a quick summary here. Obviously, first of all, I'm gonna actually connect to my Raspberry Pi where I'm doing all the coding. I'm gonna get comfortable in the chair here because it will be a good 2 hours or so. Let me also bring the chat and make sure it's always on top, so I can see what you guys are talking about. And cool. So yeah. And oh god, this is bringing me nightmares. We've got the code here from yesterday's live session where I was learning some Haskell. So let's actually change that. Let's see if we can open another directory. So remote, focus on add the new connect to a window to a host. What does this do? I keep forgetting what the settings are to actually just open a different directory. There you go, I found it. So we open a folder here, development. What do we have? Rusty Crawler, right? Is that the one? I think it was, right? Yeah, he was here. Okay, I do trust the authors because I am the author. And we should have all the code here, right? Yeah, we seem to have all the code that we wrote before. And we can do a quick summary. Let me just make sure that this whole thing still compiles, because I sure hope it does. So yeah, Rust Analyzer is starting up. Great. And I can still do a cargo build, right? Yeah, I can still build it. So the build is on up to date. Cool. Yeah, let's move on to ScaliDraw. So you can just drop down kind of like a very broad idea of what we want to achieve here, right? So let's say we have a particular link. So we have like some sort of like link thing here. So a particular link, right? So a link that we visited. So this represents a visited link in our crawler. And can I move this? Great, I can move this. And for each link, we kind of have, do we have a line? There you go. We kind of have some properties, right? So we have a few properties on this link. such as, let's say, we have the links that it links to. So which is like a list of links, right? We also have, as we saw, some images, which is a list of image. Might have to turn this a little bit, yeah, just like that. I'm moving this here as well. And then we have like other data that we may want as well, right? So I guess an example that we did is like the titles, which is a list of string or something. Let me just change that a little bit. Okay, so this is kind of like what we have in memory for a particular link, right? So let's just group the selection. So if I move one of them, it's going to move all of them. And this is cool. So I basically want somewhere to store all of these links. So I'll have like multiple one of these, right? So this is my database of links. But not only that, it would be very interesting if I could actually say things like, you know, this visited link here has a kind of like a link to all of these other links. Can I do like just a line here for now? Yeah, so like this may have a link to this and this may have a link to that. And likewise, you know, this link here might actually link to this one as well, and this one, but not this one. And then the last one might just have a link to this one or something like that, right? So I want to represent this sort of relationship between the links, like how the links actually like relate to each other. So I could essentially have a path to how I found a particular link on the internet, right? So for example, I may have mattgomez.com in somewhere, which is my website, but I might actually have arrived at that link by going to Google first, and then from Google I went to Facebook, and then Facebook I went to Matt Gomez, and I want to know like how I got there in the end, right? So we're gonna have to think of a way to store this. Can I do this? Yeah, have to think of a way to store this in some sort of like, I guess, a database where we can reference. We can have like trees, right? That's what we want here. So like some sort of tree format. So how can we do this? Well, from the top of my head, I can basically just think about, like, I'm gonna move this a little bit up here. This is for the C++ stream. I can just see us kind of giving an ID to each link, right? So for example, this one here has an ID of 1. And let's just copy it down here, and down here, and down here. And each of these links will have a different ID, right? No, that was correct. The first one should have been. Yeah, so each kind of link has an ID that we can give them. Let's put it just up here. So like ID 1, ID 2, and ID 3, just roughly making the right position. Yeah, right. Why are these not in the right position? It feels like it's, oh, there you go. Yeah, and then like, I guess we can store this in a map, right? So the key would be the ID, and then the actual value would be our kind of visited link. But obviously my list of links is not going to be a list of links themselves. This is going to be a list of ID, right? So the link ID, that's what we want here. So each one of these is just going to have a list of IDs. ID there. And yeah, I mean, this is a very good start. If we can do this, if we can kind of store this somehow in the code, it will be a very good start indeed. because we can translate this directly to some sort of like NoSQL database, or even a SQL or an SQL database, where we have like the link table, and each link has an ID, has a list of other IDs as well for the links, has a list of images that link contains, a list of titles that link contains, and this is I can kind of work with this in the code, right? One thing that I'm very tempted to do though, I'm very tempted to add another kind of list here, which will be, I guess, some sort of like parents, right? So this will be a list of ID as well. So, and I'm going to change this name of the links here to just children, right? So these are the links that this particular link links to. But by storing can I unlink this on group selection? Yeah, I'm going to modify this one a little bit. Go down, and you go down as well, and you come up here. There you go. And we can have something like this instead now. And again, let's group this, group selection. And then I can just fudge these others and then kind of paste this over and over again to show that we have some sort of like map, right? And yeah, now you can see where this is going. By storing the parents as well as the children links, I can basically just get like a full sort of path to a particular link. So given any link in my map, I'm going to be able to trace exactly how I got there, right? Exactly how I got there, and all the paths that I can possibly get to a link. So I'm going to say this is what we're going to go with today. So we're going to have to create a struct for a visited link, which contains these things here. Obviously, the links themselves that we're kind of crawling will be basically stored in a map. Each link has an ID, and yeah, let's try and implement this, shall we? So this is going to be very interesting indeed. Now, if I remember well, we had our main crawler code in this crawler module here, right? I'm gonna turn it down slightly so I can actually hear my thoughts. Let me just check a message here. Ooh. Good. Just talking to some previous co-workers. Yeah, so our link stuff is all here, right? There's a lot of commented lines, and to be honest with you guys, I've not seen this code in like a week, so it's essentially like I've never seen it before. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, so if we look at the scrape page, we give it a URL, we give it a client, I guess a request client and some options, and it will return us the scrape output. What is the scrape output? So you can see here that my scrape output has all the links stored as a vector of strings, right? So this is, the first thing that we can kind of change straight away. So let's try and add a new file here, because I don't want to clutter this too much, like put everything in one file. And let's just think about the types that we actually need, and whether or not it requires. Yeah, I guess it does, right? So let's do a new folder, call it models, I guess. And inside model, I'm going to create an actual module file. So I'm going to do a mod.rs, and I believe in here I can sort of say use whatever and the functions that I'm going to export essentially. So use whatever here. We're going to come to this in a second. But inside my model, I'm going to actually make a file to model the visited links, right? So, or just a link.rs, right? And here, this is the, the important bit where I can just kind of just actually model whatever we put here. And let's create a struct for this one. So visited link has children, parents, images, and titles, right? So struct, we have a link. Now what's going on? Does not belong to a project. It should freaking do. So yeah, let's do it. So use link. Okay, that disappeared now, which is good. Does not belong to any cargo project. Is it because I don't have Rusty crawler? Okay, that's added. Why is it not? Yeah, my question is, how do I include this in TOML? Right, if I save this, does it? Okay, cool. Did it add a TOML file? No, it didn't. Anyway, let's go for it. So we have this file does not belong. Maybe I just don't know how to do this. So Rust, I want to create a module from a directory. There you go. So this is kind of what I want. I'm missing something. I don't know what it is. Yeah. So pub module root to get. All right. So pub module. So. Okay. Has that disappeared now? Maybe not. Okay, good. So I should be able to do in my Rust, in my main file, something like model. There you go. Yeah, that kind of seems to work, right? Wait, which Rust file? Cool. I mean, we seem to have it working. I don't think I opened the right directory. Now that I think about it, it's not finding the TOML file. Okay, this is the right one. Hang on, it should be good now, and Rust Analyzer should stop complaining on my ass. There you go, yeah. I mean, it's got the stuff that I opened, that we had last time. All the images that we found of the crawler, they're all still here. Cool, cool, cool. But, do I still have my model? I do here. Yeah, great. Okay, and see, nothing's complaining now. Yeah, so let's create that struct, the link struct. Sorry about that was a detour. So we have children, parents, so we have the children. And this will be I guess a vector of ID, right? So link ID. And then we also have the parents, which will be the vector of a link ID again. What else do we have? Images. We're gonna have a vector of image here. And then we have the titles, which is just a vector of string. Right, so let's document some of the stuff, I guess, right? So this is a list of links contained inside this link. And then list of links that link to this link. I'm using the word links too much here. And we can have images as well, list of images found on the web page. And the list of titles found on this web page. I'm going to move some of the links words to web page. List of images found on the web page. Okay, that's a better list of web pages, I guess. The Rust file does not belong to a loaded cargo project. It looks like it might belong to the code space at this. Do you want to add it to the linked project? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So why does it not do that? Why does it not do that? Anyway, let's continue with this, and then we can kind of syntax expected comma. We might be able to move some of these. There you go. So I've got pub. That's what we want. We also want a pub, I guess, right? So this is public. This is also public. Pub module link, cool. I still think that we're missing something in this. Create a module from folder in Rust. How is this person doing it? Modules visibility. There you go. Now let's say that our mod structure is getting out of hand, and we want to split it into multiple files. We want to collect these up in a folder to keep things nice and tidy, of course. This is kind of what I have. Now edit the main to include a new module replacing my struct. So mod foo. And we're gonna get an error. For completeness, let's add the file to the foo directory. Ah, okay, so we import that in the main. Okay. Oh, hello Miguel, hello Miguel. Estoy muy bien, mi amigo, muy bien. Un poco cansado, pero muy bien. And about you, and you, dude? I decided to learn Rust. Nice, man. You can follow me on these videos now. You can help me with this project. You can work on this with me. This will soon be finished, I guess. This is getting to the very end. So today I'm just kind of trying to store all of this into a database. But once that's done, yeah, I mean, we're very close to a finished project, I guess. It's taking a lot longer. A web crawler is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. But it turns out that if you want to do things properly, things take long anyway. Finally, try using. So use crate. Okay. Right. So basically, I just need a use crate module here or something. I don't have FMT yet on this. On all this shit. Yeah, we don't need that one. But we can use model here. link. So are you liking Rust, Miguel? What are you thinking of it? Do you think it's easier than C++? What are you thinking about, dude? So main model. Yeah, why is this not working though? Ah, it's because I don't have that here, right? Ah, it's because I don't have model. But if I did, now we have it. There you go. So we can have that. Now it should not complain about this anymore. Good, because now it's part of the thing. We can do a type here. So link ID. Let's say that is just an unsigned 64. Yeah, unsigned 64. I heard about the performance benefits, thanks to you. I wouldn't say, you know, you still get good performance in C++ too. It's just a little bit safer to write code in this, so like, it will make you, maybe you write less buggy code, that's what I can say, because the compiler helps you a little bit. So in my case, it definitely helps me. Things seem to work a little bit more when I compile the code, rather than, you know, in C++, I guess. So what is the issue here? So expected a comma. Like, why? Why does it expect a comma? Expected a comma. Ah, yeah, of course. It's because I'm not really doing the diamond bars for some reason. And this is because of Haskell yesterday, so my mind's still thinking of Haskell, you see. Still thinking of Haskell. There you go. That's much better. So image is not here, so we can move the image, I guess. So let's move that onto here. So links, right? And then we can have serialize, import serialize. Cool. We don't need the common anymore. I guess we can just remove it for here, right? So delete permanently. And wherever we had main. Now we also want to put the image here. And then remove that common. Oh no, yeah, we don't need the image here, my bad. But what we want to do is change this one here, because this one has image. So you can use create model link image now. And yeah, good. We're good to go. Good to go. What's wrong with images? Ah, okay, yeah. There you go. That was the tests, right? Which is cool. Cooler now. Yeah, so essentially what we have is, let's go back to ScaliDraw again. We have this part here. So we have this visited link struct. Now we have to create that map that will actually represent our links. And for every link, we kind of need to have, I guess we kind of need to have a incrementing ID, right? So you see in Rust, there is this really useful type that I actually have seen people use quite a lot, is the atomic. The atomic U64. I mean, atomic is not new to Rust, by the way, it's just an atomic type. But we can kind of have a constant that will be an atomic 64, and we can do a fetch add on it. So essentially, like, we start from 0 and then we go to 1 and we go to 2. You know, every time we find a link, we increment that and assign that to a new link. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do exactly that. We will hit a few problems in a second. But yeah. Now let me just see the best way to kind of put these things, the best place to put these things, because I am not sure just yet. The Rust file does not belong to, oh, it's because I have image utils here, so, right? Slim, I hope you're, hey dude, good to see you again, man. How are you doing? I am well indeed. Just another day, another day of Rust coding. How is it going for you, man? Yeah, let's leave that there so it doesn't complain about it. But let's take a look at where we actually do the output. So the scrape output, I think it's called. Scrape output. Do you use atomics for producer consumer? I mean, you could, I guess, right? So you produce a consumer threads if they are multiple threads. Atomic is just an atomic type, so you can, it's basically thread safe. But in this case, I'm using it because I'm going to use it to increment the ID of my links, because I get the IDs from different threads potentially, right? So I need something that's thread safe, and atomic is one of those that I just know. But yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to do here is like replace whatever I set these links with my new map. So this is what I kind of need now. So instead of here, I need use create model link image. Let's do another one. Use create model link. And that will go in here. I mean, the idea was to have a map, right? So I'm going to have a hash map here of link ID to link, right? And again, I didn't quite make this public, but it should have been public. Yep. Because now we should have this. And there you go. So it's up there as well. And we want a hash map as well. So STD collections hash map. So good. So this is going to give me errors whenever we're setting those links, of course. So scrape output of links. See, for every page we have a potential like scrape function here being called for it, and hence why we need to increment those links. Should we? And I'm wondering here whether I should do a new function for this link as well. I think I should, yeah. So let's implement that. So let's implement import. Is it import for link? I think it is, right? What is the syntax for implementing function? Import Rust struct. We just import for link, and then we do a new, right? So a new function, which is a function new. No, that's not how you implement a new function, is it? Import new Rust methods. Import for point. Okay, yeah, so this just means it's a static function associated with the function, taking two arguments. Okay, yeah, so I don't want the self-reference in that. But what I do want is the children, which will be a vector of link ID. I want the parents, which is a vector of link ID as well here. I want the images, which is a vec of images. And then the titles, right? So that will be my my new, and I'm going to return, of course, here I'm going to return a link. good. So kind of the same as they do. So image vector. Okay, good. So I want to get the link ID first of all, right? So that's why I kind of made this constructor, so I can manage the link ID generation in here. So I can do that. Link ID b equals to whatever. We have the counter here. What's it going to be called? Link ID counter. Let's use that in there. So I do something like, I guess, static link ID counter. It's going to be an atomic U64. Atomic U64 U. And let's start with 0, right? There you go. So this is the counter to increment our current generated or created link ID. Maybe I should add a comment to this one. Type for the link ID. Let's also change some of these. So link, what web page? The web page, I guess, this image belongs to. I guess we could just, you know, have a link ID here too, right? Since we're making all of that change anyway. The alternative text, we can have the alternative text found with the image within the image. Good. And yeah, now we can do this link ID counter. So fetch add or something, and we're gonna fetch add. We're gonna add by 1 and order. We're gonna do it in sequence ordering. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what this ordering thing is. Is it ordering? Yeah, this one here, that's kind of what I want. I guess it just tells it to add in sequence, but I don't know. I don't really know. So can we... Does that make it easier? Import ordering. Yeah, it's gonna be that one. Well, let's see what this actually does. Like acquire, release, and release for load, store, and load with store operations effectively, with the additional guarantee that all threads see all sequentially consistent operations in the same order. Okay, so memory orders seek. Okay, cool. And we can kind of see what this means in the atomic world. So sequentially consistent ordering. So atomic operations tagged memory orders sec CST not only order memory the same way as release acquire ordering that happened before a store and one thread becomes a visible side, blah, blah, but also establish a single total modification order for all atomic operations that are so tagged. Okay, so it kind of does things in the right order it gets called, right? Which is cool. I mean, it's not really relevant for this one because it doesn't matter which order we increment it by, as long as each one of them gets a unique ID, which which is what it does. But yeah, so we have children, we have parents, we have that, and we have that. One thing I did forget, of course, to add to this is to the public type the ID of this particular object, right? So ID for this link. So let's perhaps say it's a unique ID for this link. Okay. And then in here we have the link ID. There you go. Now, why did I do all of that? Is so I can come in here into the crawler, and whenever I create a new link, yeah, this is gonna take a little bit of a rewrite because it's very complicated. But yeah, whenever I create my links, I can just create a link object from the new. Now let's see. So this will get the images and it returns a vector of image. Cool. I'm kind of okay with that. So image link is linked to a string. So I guess in here, this is a to-do, right? This is a to-do. We're gonna need to know the ID of the URL here. We're just gonna need to know that. Because we're storing a link to the ID to the link where an image comes from, right? So we're gonna need to know that there. That's fine. And then we have the URL again here. But where do I get the images? So get the images. What do I call that? Get images is here. So it seems to me that the very first thing I'm going to do once the response has you know, succeeded, I guess, and I can pass an HTML, I'm gonna have to create a link right here. So create the link object. All right, so for example, get my link. Maybe even make it mutable for now. And that will be a link. New, please. No, it's not gonna let me because I probably didn't make it a public type, right? A public. Yeah, of course I didn't. There you go. Now it should work. There you go. Link new. And I guess I could do a default there. And the last titles will also be a default, right? So this is going to create me an empty link, essentially. No code available. What's the issue here, bro? Found trait default. A function with original name exists. Wait, what? I swear that should work. Images, links, crawler. Do we have an advanced search or something in here? There you go. The RS files. Ah, it's default. Dash default. Okay, it's the other way around. There you go. That is what I wanted to see. Yeah, this just creates whatever default value for these types here in a good. So now this kind of works, right? Good. So yeah, the reason why I have to create this link straight away is because I need the ID in various places. So the first one, for example, is here. So in get images, I will need to have my ID here, so my link ID. It's just gonna have to be here, right? Because this is gonna be my link ID. It's just a nice fix to this. And in here again, I'm gonna have to need my, wait, get URL, what does that do? For each image, what does get URL do? This will return a relative URL into full URLs. Okay. So image.link. Let me just see what I'm doing. So HTML, link ID, root URL. What did I have before? I think I misunderstood something. Where's link from? Ah, okay. A link is the actual link to my image. My bad. Yeah, so I guess in this we could just keep it as a string. This is not the web page, this is the link for this image. That's what it was. That's what happens when you don't look at your code for many days. But yeah, that's fine. We don't care about that anymore. But yeah, in links here, we still have our vector of links, right? So this page is perhaps the one we have to actually change slightly. So given a URL and a client, it will parse the HTML HTML in a DOM structure and scrape all the information requested. It will find links by default. You may return an error if the request fails. So again, I would say this is fine, really, for the page scrape to kind of just return me a link. I don't think that at this stage we need. I don't think that at this stage we kind of need the map yet. It will be wherever I'm constructing, wherever I get this scrape output. So what does this return? This is intentional prefix it with my. Yeah, again, we don't need this here. But where do we return? Where do we use this result? That's what we need here. So the scrape page is going to actually scrape a page for me. So this is where I have the links, the images, and the titles. And then we return a scrape output. Where do I call scrape page though? Because that will be where I have to kind of transform this into a link then. Scrape page helper. It's right here in my main. This makes more sense. It makes a little bit more sense now. Yeah, because in scrape output, I need to actually turn all of this into links, right? Yeah, because this is where I have my link queue and the already visited. I'm just thinking a little bit. Yeah, we can probably do it here, right? So this is where we create the link object. So instead of this already visited thing here, which kind of stores all of the already visited links, right? So if we look at here, we kind of just want to. Yeah, this is what we should have here. This is what, oh, go back. We should have this, so visited links, right? And we have a read write lock here to a hash map, sorry, of link ID and link. This is what we want to do. hopefully we'll be able to use those hash set. And the cool thing is that hash set seems to have all the functions available in hash. Hash map seems to have all the functions available in hash set because it's compiling. But why is it? No, it's not compiling. Good. Already visited. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not like complaining completely. Oh, it's because it's the wrong file. Cool, cool. So it should be our visited links.write. Contains is not a thing, so we need to do check if we already have this link in the map. If not, add to queue. It was still not compiled. I just want to add these little comments in there. Everywhere we have an already visited kind of reference. So visited links. So print all links found in is already visited. Link does not implement FMT debug. Yeah, we can sort that out really quickly. So we just have to do a derive here, right? Derive. There you go. Now it works. So this again, this would be something like visited links. Yeah. Another one done. Contains. Yeah, again, this is that check we need to do, and this is that insert we need to do. So we just need to do here for add the value or the created link, right? Created link. And the crawler state is the actual creation of it. So it should just be a rename. I don't know what's wrong with my nose today. Like, I've been sneezing the whole day. I just can't go 30 seconds without like touching my nose. Hopefully it's not COVID. Hopefully it's not COVID, but I guess we'll see. And then we have this, which is visited links. Read.wait. And it's brilliant, right? Brilliant. We have most of the stuff we wanted. Let's begin with the first bit of logic that we have to re-implement, which is this bit here. So what is this doing? This was essentially just checking if a link that we've received from the scraped data is already contained with our links database. Because if it is, we don't have to visit it again, right? Because we've already done it before. So we're gonna just change this slightly to something like if let sum. In fact, if I do a let here, test if they're already visited, .get is that thing, and the key is the link. Returns me an option. Okay, so cool. So if I do an if let some link, we don't really care about what it is in here really. That means it's already in our link somewhere, right? So we just do this. That's kind of what we want to have here. Expected reference. Okay, okay. I see the issue. I see the issue. Because each link has an ID. Yeah, each link has an ID, right? So this is what's actually been stored in my already visited kind of thing here. But the key is an ID, not the link itself. So I need to find a way. I could iterate this through, the values, right? That's an option. But I'm actually wondering if having a map where I have the actual links to the IDs would make sense as well. Yeah, I'm very much wondering that, you know. So where's my crawler state? So I'm wondering if it's worth keeping. Here's I have the visited links here. So the link, but I also have the link IDs. And that will be some hash map from a string to a link ID. I do wonder if this helps a little bit. Yeah, I think it might do. But whatever I'm doing those already visited. So whatever I'm changing that, so the visited links, that's when I have to kind of like also update this other structure. So yeah, eventually I'm storing the data twice. It's not amazing, but I guess we can do this. Yeah, I guess I can do this. It's not a big deal right now. So let's just change these to also the visited links or something. Do I still have already visited in places? Ginger tea, bro. Is a good one. See, I like either hot chocolate or like a very sweet tea. Like Earl Grey, very sweet Earl Grey. You'll be fine, bro. Yeah, man, I kind of need that. Because my nose is ridiculous, dude. I'm going to rename this to visited links. Okay, we still have some already visited. Can I rename this as well? Okay, now we have none left. Good. Yeah, so okay. So I get a right reference to visited links here. I should also get a right reference, so let me. This will be the link IDs or something, right? So crawler state dot visited. Oh no. Link IDs dot right. Then we can do an await there. Cool. And then in here to check that I've actually visited the link before, what I can do is link IDs. And there you go. I can get a string there. Link is a string, yeah, cool. UFeed is slow, but still, yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know why. Like, this shit here is like 2 or 3 minutes in lag. I don't know why. I tried, like on OBS, there's an option to set it to low, so I'm on the lowest lag or lowest latency, and dude is still shit for some reason. I do apologize about that, but I do see your messages eventually though. Might get like a minute to reply, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's that problem solved. The problem I haven't solved yet is when I have to insert a link here, right? So when I also want to have link IDs dot insert, when I have that URL string, I guess a clone that. No clone. And then the link ID somehow. And the same thing here, URL string, oh no, this is the link, the link ID, and then the link here. Good, 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 good. Yeah, so we get the script output there on the crawl function. This is where we want to create a link object, so we do some sort of like, you know, let link equals link new, right? Let me include this motherfucker here. So use create image utils, use create model link and also image maybe. Yeah, now it complains obviously because I have a new children parents. Okay, so let's think of this through. So children, what will my children be? Children will be empty. And I'll tell you why in a second. Like at this state, like when we visit a link and we find other links inside that web page, we don't necessarily have all the children visited in already in the crawler. However, we have all the parents visited, right? Because we must have visited the parents, I guess. Yeah, no, I guess we can do something here. We can, you know, find, you know, kind of to do find children already visited. And then we can kind of do the same. So to do for the parents, find parents already visited. Like this one is easy. This one is very easy. We just go through the parents, it's the children, and make sure they kind of have an ID. But the parents is a little bit more difficult because we have to go for each link in the parents. Ah, no, yeah, it's easy as well. Okay. Yeah, but we don't actually have the... Yeah, that's the problem. We don't actually have the parent link. We don't know where this URL came from. So let's just leave this one as default for now. Let's leave that one as default. And then later on, you know, find a way to you know, put the parents here. However, for the children, we can already kind of do, right? So we're on main here. We can have another function in here, maybe. Or maybe at the end of it. We have main, we have try main, and we want to put it on this one in the crawl. We can have it here. So function find children IDs. What will that take? So it will take me, I guess, a list of links, right? Find IDs, I guess. We'll get a bunch of strings, and yeah, what we're going to return is I guess, a vector of strings, a vector of link IDs here. And of course, we also need the map, right? So reference to the map. So the link ID map or something, which is a hash map of string to link ID. And of course we want that as a reference because we don't want to copy anything. Expected one of these. Oh yeah. Again, I'm thinking of Haskell for some reason. So hash map is not here. Yeah, why not? Let's add that. Link ID here as well. Import the link ID. And what we're gonna do is essentially like just return, you know, links.iter, is that a thing? .map. Is .iter not a thing? What can we have? What can we have? Ah, yeah, that's why. It's because I'm an idiot, so that should have really been... That should have been that. There you go, now we have it. And then we're going to map each one of those. So basically, you know, we have a link here, which should be a string, right? We're going to have the link ID map dot get. And we have that link. So for every one of these links in here, we're going to try and get the entry in my link ID map. And if it does exist, we're going to return it. And if it doesn't exist, we're not going to return it. But that's how it is, right? So basically, you know, given a list of URLs, I guess, or links, this will return only a list, return a list of all the found IDs. And links that have not been visited will be filtered. Oh, cool. That's what we're kind of gonna do, right? What I want to do here is I kind of just want to filter our map filter, right? Map filter or some shit, or filter map. Yeah, we can do a filter map here actually. And then we can do a collect. Yeah, that kind of works, right? Oh no, it doesn't. A value of type vec64 cannot be built. Okay, I know we can definitely kind of what do we have here? So why is this not working? A value of type vec64 cannot be built from an iterator of elements u64. To on maybe. Does that work now? No, it doesn't. That's one of the things I really struggle with Rust, types. What would that give me? That will give me an import iterator. Each element is a u64, right? This should have been a u64 as well. Cloned. Okay, dot collect. That's what I want. And please tell me it works. Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, point of that is I can kind of look at my children now here. I can do sort of like children is going to be equals to find ID links. Which links do I have? Scrape output, I guess. Dot links, right? What do we want now? And what's the other one? The maps. Yeah, this is the maps here. So crawler state of visited, read away. I guess we kind of want another one of these two. So we drop them here. Yeah, I'm gonna do this right here. So let link IDs and the crawler state. Yeah, crawler state, this object is just like a massive lock on my links, my link queue and my images basically, so I can basically access it from like multiple threads. That's why you can kind of see there's a lot, but it's essentially just, you know, a big lock that stores the read-write locks for like all these things. So my link queue, my visited links, my link IDs, my images, and my maximum number of links, which is like the state of the program essentially. So that's just storing the state of the program. But anyway, what was I doing? I was getting my link IDs here, and then I was getting a write and lock to it, right? That's what I was doing. And once I've used it, is it a write lock? No, it's just a read lock in this case. I can actually just do a link IDs dot or drop it here, so I don't hold anything to it. Right, why is this not working now though? Expected 4 arguments, 1 found. Syntax expected semicolon. I am confused, guys. I'm kind of confused, to be honest with you. What's going on? What's the problem with this? So links equals that. Can I try and build this? What happens if I try and build this? And out of interest, if there's anyone still watching this, do you guys follow the code? Like, do you want me to go slower? I kind of just like say shit that comes in my head, to be honest. So I just keep going until someone tells me to stop. But it might be confusing, I understand that. Like, is it easy to understand what I'm doing here? Because it's a fairly simple project, so I'm wondering if people can actually get something out of it, really. Expected identifier. Ah, okay, yeah. What am I doing? This is a new function. It's not the, I guess the designated initializers, right? From the struct. Right. So what's the issue here? So cannot find value of images in this scope. Yeah, we don't have that because it's scrape output, I think. We're going to move that scrape output options. And then again, the titles, I'm going to just leave it empty for now, to be honest with you guys. So, okay, this kind of works a little bit, right? Kind of works. Now let's see, on to the next problem. Yeah, this is when we're actually adding the links to the visited links list and also the link ID. So this should be fairly easy now because really we have our link object up here, all right? Which can actually be done down here, I guess. If you think about it, I can hold the same lock. Yeah, I can hold the same lock. Probably wiser to do that, to be honest with you guys. Link queue already visited. I'm just wondering if it's easier, if it's better for performance to live this here, because I essentially have this lock being acquired, like one's here, another one here, and maybe another one down here. So yeah, maybe it's too much, isn't it? But I'm gonna leave it there anyway, so I don't care about the performance too much for now. But this is definitely, you know, a to do as well. So to do analyze the performance when we have all of these locks being dropped. As opposed to just having one lock, right? Gotta think about the scalability right now, right? Before it's too late. But anyway, right here I have, I guess I will also have my auto, sorry, my let. In fact, I don't even need my layer. What I do need is my link object. So let link ID equals my link dot ID. Can I have a clone? I think it gets cloned automatically, right? Those are the types. Scrape out use of moved value. When did it get moved? Up here. So where is my images going? I'm gonna do the same as you in C++. Dude, this feed is kind of slow. I just got your message now, by the way. And yeah, it's a good exercise in C++. I'm a Golang dev. Ah, right, so you're a Golang dev. Yeah, in C++, you're gonna be using a lot of like libcurl, for example. That's a, instead of request, you can use that one to do the requests. Right. So what was I doing? So yeah, images. Do we still need this? I don't think we need this anymore, do we? So if I look at crawler state, like each image essentially has, each link already has an image on it, right? A vector of images. So I don't really need that anymore. I'm gonna remove that because I don't need it. And yeah, this is gonna have to be undone. I'm gonna drop the images here. This does mean I'm gonna break the entire thing, but I don't really care too much. Okay, so images. Let's comment that out as well for now. I do like Golang though, I will say. I opened a business with my family last year, like a food takeaway, and the website was done entirely in Golang on the back end. I should probably revive that project and release it as an open source. It's kind of like a very basic CMS, but it was interesting nonetheless. Yeah. So crawler stay, we don't need the images there. Don't care about the images at all. Yeah, we want the link IDs though. Link IDs. Read write lock. New. Default. Okay, so we got that one. Now this is what I don't want here. So in the end, I kind of just want... Yeah, I don't have the images anymore, so I don't need this at all, because my link already has that. And what is this? What am I using this for? Oh yeah, to download the images. We're gonna... Whew, yeah, so download images. What does he have? So what does it take? What does my download images utils take? It takes a hash string of string and image. Image metadata, convert to JSON. Yeah, I guess I could do a similar function here, right? So instead of taking my images, I can take in a list of links or a map of links, right? Yeah, I can do that. So pub function, convert images, or convert links to images. That is all. And we're going to take in the links, right? So all the links. It's going to be a hash map of, we have link ID, and then we also have the link there. Obviously we're not copying anything, so we're going to do this. And we're going to return a hash map of string and image. Of course we need this, import crate. So Slim, are you like a professional developer? Do you work somewhere? Or are you just doing it for fun at the moment? Or still studying? I don't know. Like what's your background, man? Yeah, so let's do that. So essentially what I want to do is like, you know, for the links dot iter or dot values, I guess, right? So this is value 64 dot iter. Does that work? Yeah, we can have a map, we can have everything here. So what do I want to do? I want to take each of these links and then transform them into the images and then flatten them again. Yeah, I'm going to flatten them again. Let's see how to do that. I have a link here. So a link dot images. What is that? Okay, so a vector of image. Can I clone it? I don't know. I don't know if I can clone it or not, but. And let's see how we can flatten something now. Grinding out C++, yeah, it's a fun language. It teaches you a lot about the you know, how computers actually work. So Rust, flatten vector vectors. That's what I want to do. Just flatten by the looks of it. It's incredible how Rust has everything for you. Link images.flatten. What do we have now? Input iterator of an image, okay. And then we're going to map each image what do we have here? A hash map of that. Okay, so we kind of just need to turn this into a tuple of UUID and image type, right? We already have an image, so what we need to do is type in the image and then we do this. So we do UUID new before .toString, I guess, right? And then we do image there. I wish I did it at uni other than Java. Yeah, man, you know, uni is terrible for teaching you actual like useful things. I'll tell you that. Are you still at uni? What are you studying, or have you gone into work already? But yeah, when I was at uni, man, we did like, I think it was Java for the best part of 2 years, and then Python for the rest of it. Even though like the world was still like, at the time there were quite a few companies running away from Java, and everyone started to realize that, you know, Java isn't the best language out there, and the usage was going downhill, but they still stuck with Java, which is kind of annoying. But it's just because the language has a lot of, you know, it's easy syntax, works on like a lot of platforms, and it's easy to get it up and running, right? Compared to like C++, where you have to set up a compiler, you have to set up an IDE that works with that. You might have issues running C++ in certain platforms because people aren't just experienced enough. For example, if you're on Linux, it's a little bit more difficult. You have to understand things a little bit better. So I do understand why they use Java, but yeah, they could also teach you the proper stuff, I guess, right? Let's collect it. There you go. So that should do what we want it to do. So we convert this function, convert links to images. Yeah. The images in the found links. Yeah, I'm just reading some text. Sorry about that. I am okay, thank you. I'm getting like messages on my phone, so I'm just checking it out now. So converting all the image found in the scraped links to the UUID name image format. Yeah, I'm not sure if it looked like I'm crying or something. I'm not, by the way. Just literally like looking at my phone down here, like. But thank you for noticing though. Like, if I wasn't well, I would have appreciated that 100%. It doesn't seem to be lagging as much now because your messages are coming in a bit quicker, I think. But yeah. So crawler state image read. We don't need that anymore. So what we do need is the visited links read. And then in here, I'm here for you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. Do appreciate it. Yeah, I think Antonio is the other guy. Miguel and the Indian guys, they seem to be here a lot. So it's nice coding and talking to people at the same time. At least you get to make some friends here, right? So, although I've not seen the Indian guys in quite a long time. Dana J, I think is his name. Maybe he's like busy with actual work, because I know he does actual work. So hopefully he is, you know. Signs of being busy is a good sign, right? So convert to JSON, convert links to images. But yeah, dude, are you still like at uni, or are you like actually working now? What's your status? This is visited links. Cool, yeah, we should have that now. So in theory, everything should be working. Everything should be working indeed. We don't need this. So I should be able to build this, and I should still be able to run the program. And we just basically did a major refactor, a major refactor. So except it doesn't work. Why? Unused import default, yeah. I'm a TypeScript dev in the startup. Oh, that's cool, yeah. See, I also work in a startup, so at least we have that in common. TypeScript is one of the things that I've never really got myself into, but I probably should, because there's quite a few jobs everywhere with like TypeScript and JavaScript in general, so not really much. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I also work for like a startup in London, which it's kind of enjoyable to work there, to be honest. It's kind of interesting compared to big companies. So, you know, make the most out of it. That's what I can say. Make sure you're learning what you have to learn. Making the most out of your peers, because sometimes, you know, you get to work with people that are really, really good. So that's when it gets really interesting, because then you learn a lot very quickly. So what's the issue here though? So link images, which is behind a shared reference. Convert to. Yeah, let's try that now, shall we? Delete all those images that we downloaded before. Do I still have the debugging stuff here? Oh yeah, I do. It's here, right now. Yeah, why is this not giving me a... Yeah, why does it not let me run and debug? Is it gonna work? Is this gonna work? Launch process. I honestly can't tell if this is running or not. It should be. So the starting URL is my website. We're trying to get 200 links, and the max images is 300. Although max images is not really doing much at the moment, I don't think. But yeah. Yeah, we're not running, so what is going on? Let's see why we're not running. Why we're not running at all. Is it because I don't have info? Rest log equals info. What is going on though? Launch, debug, executable. Antonio, hello Antonio. Hi man. Just talking about you. Just saying that we usually see Slim and you guys quite a lot. You like are the two people that join every time. How is it going? Why am I getting no logs? My tibia brother. Yeah, that's the dude. That's the tibia bro. KKK. Yeah. For if anyone's watching this in the future and wondering why the hell are these guys typing KKK, it just means laughter in Brazil, by the way. It's not racist, I promise. I think it means something a little bit different in American, right? In English. Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? Demasiados lenguajes. Oh yeah, we got Portuguese here, we got Spanish with Miguel. We got obviously English with Slim. Yeah. It's good to see you guys. Like, what the fuck, man? This is not starting, and I have no idea why. If I put a breakpoint in my main function, what happens? What happens? Yeah, so there's some sort of like messed up deadlock somewhere, I guess, right? While some result task join next, okay. Task spawn. Async move output status. What is that? Output status. What does that do? Oh yeah, this is the function that's outputting my shit. Where is this deadlock? Where am I deadlocking? It's gonna be in the crawl, right? It's gonna be crawl. Of course, like why would it not be in crawl? Let me just make sure it is that. There you go. Visited link here. Drop link. So my URL is always empty for some reason. So visited links is equals to that. Output loop, visited links, if length links. Number of links visited. I'm dropping them before I wait. I'm just not really sure why this function isn't being called, to be honest. Yeah, I've got a pretty good idea, so it kind of makes me think that my visited links, or the link queue, is kind of empty, right? Crawler state of link queue. Where am I setting that though? So it does set one from the URL here. Let's try again. This time we'll figure whenever it hits this. Try main. We don't care about this one. There you go. So we do have one URL there. We pause it. What's the URL? magomez.com. Scrape options. What is going on here though? What is going on here? Could not find links. I was sending requests for my operation timed out. Oh, that's just me though. That's just me timing it out. I love debugging code. It makes me rethink my life choices sometimes. what are you guys up to this weekend? Are you gonna be doing some coding? Are you gonna chill out? Personally, I intend to record a video tomorrow for next week, and maybe, yeah, do a little bit of exercise or something and go for a meal. I'm going to IKEA. Yeah, dude, that's good. That's a good day out. I love the food in there, man. I wish people in Brazil knew about IKEA and trying out Conan 2 from your video. Yeah, try it out. You might like it. You might like it. Voy a ver el partido de la Libertadores. Ooh, Miguel, who do you support? Who do you support, Miguel? Don't say River Plate. It's not River Plate, is it? I want to try to finish Advent of Code. Nice, yeah. Very good. Advent of Code, yeah. Boca, you support Boca. Very nice, yeah. If you ask Antonio what he supports, it'll probably be something that, you know, a rival of Boca somewhere. Antonio, what football team do you support? Right? You're from Brazil. You should support one of them. Que time que você torce, cara? Essa é a pergunta. I also support Boca because I want Fluminense to lose. Yeah, that's a fair answer. That's a Botafogo. That's a fair answer, yeah. That's a very fair answer. So scrape options goes there. So what happens if I just do this? So if I do the next F5. So scrape output, what does it return me? Yeah, it returns me actual like valid links, I guess, right? So that's fine. But am I not adding them to the link queue? That's the problem. Yeah, it will probably be this logic here. So like if link is in scrape outputs. Ah, okay. For link, if let none, right? That is the FF, yeah. See, that's why I love debugging code, because it makes me think about how stupid I actually am sometimes. That should have been it, guys. That should have been it. You know, I'm actually going to Brazil next month. Visit family, and yeah, I'm going to Sao Paulo. Now that we're talking about football and Brazil and Argentina, I guess. You do TDD testing. Do I fuck? Not when I'm doing personal projects. Ideally, yeah, at work you should always kind of try and write some dummy tests for your code to pass. But like, yeah, when I'm just doing shit like this, dude, it's difficult to write the test first. I kind of just write the code first, but I'm not practicing TDD on this. I should be. I'm not saying it's not good, but I just can't be bothered at the moment. Right, so now we should be able to see some stuff, right? Hopefully. Yeah, guys, so I'll be gone for like 3 weeks in Brazil. I'll still probably post. Ooh, operation timed out, operation timed out. Why is my website just giving timeouts? It seems fine. Okay, we jumped onto GitHub now. Right, cool. Yeah, I still don't know though. And DDoS. Yeah, please. I have like the most basic freaking like server on Google on GCP. So if you DDoS me, yeah, I'm gonna lose my website for like 10 days. That's if I even like figure it out, right? Because sometimes I don't even click on it for like 3 or 4 days. I need to be, I'll tell you, I need to be more consistent though, because I used to basically write articles every month, and I have ads on this, so I could potentially get some money. Okay, but yeah. DDoS. Do you intend to keep on trying Haskell? I think I will, yeah, maybe. To be honest with you, like the Wow, look at all those images I just downloaded, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, no SVGs, please. Who the hell is this guy? And where is he from? Probably from like a GitHub account. Yeah, I mean, I did a Haskell stream yesterday. It was fun, but I also only got like 20 views overall. So we'll try another one. And if it gets more views, we'll continue with it. So yeah, I mean, we've download the images, so the shit still works in the same way, right? So achievement YOLO. So image link achievement YOLO. I like that. YOLO default. What is that image? Because I kind of want to see what it is now. What is this image on GitHub? All right, it's the YOLO badge. Okay, yeah. I hate YOLO. I moved the playlist YouTube to Spotify. Nice, Miguel. I did listen to it. There's some really good songs that I like. You had some Michael Jackson, some Linkin Park. Yeah. I wish I could listen to that on the stream though, because yeah, it's much better music than what we have on right now. Unfortunately, if I get sort of copyright claims on my channel like more than 3 times, I'll never be able to join the YouTube partnership, which we're actually very close. I think I need like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time. But yeah, we're kind of very close. So we have this now, guys. We have something like, you know, a map that's storing the visited links with some children and parents there. I kind of want to save this. And see what we get, really. Yeah. So let's try and serialize that. Let me add a. I guess I'm gonna add a new thing here. Use it for driving, walking, running. You know, yeah. I am actually gonna go for a run this Saturday probably, so I'll listen to that playlist, man. But I've already listened to it. It's really good. Thank you. I was a big fan of alternative music back in the day, so like alternative rock like Linkin Park, even a bit more heavy like System of a Down. I love those bands. So this is the file to save the information, the link information to. Okay. We can have another argument. It'll be short, maybe just long, right? This is actually quite funky, this one. I don't mind it too much. Yeah. We should have had that there. For consistency, let's select this and do that. And in here, what do we have? We have the image JSON, the link JSON, which is a string. Well, why did I do that? Because I kind of just want to save. I kind of have like a utility function that will save or serialize my links here, so I can see what they look like. So what we have a function called serialize links. And what do we have? We can just take the link database, the link map, I guess, which is a hash map, or in fact we want a hash map of link ID and link, and we don't return anything, right? So do we just not do anything here? I guess we do return a result, so you can cascade down the shit. Yeah, so what do we do here? We kind of just want to make sure that these implement the surge. So link ID is EU64, of course. Let's just serialize this, make sure it implements that. Mismatch type, okay. Kind of just want to put okay here. And we can do surd JSON, right? Surd JSON. Yeah, I don't know what I did there. Surd JSON. Serialize or toString, I guess. And then this is my value, links. So auto const. Ah, not C++. Not C++. Let JSON equals that. So we have a result here, right? Okay, so how can I just return this? Yeah, I can. And now we're gonna save it to a file, right? So you want to open a file and save it. So open whatever JSON file it is. This might be a very long file though, so I don't want to keep this in memory. Is there a better way in JSON, so JSON to kind of just serialize it, like in a stream or something? So surd JSON serialize struct. Nice, nice, Miguel. I'm gonna actually follow your there you go, I'm gonna follow it here. I'll add some songs to it myself if I can. How can I follow this though? I'll just give it a like. Yeah, save to my library. Okay, that's how we do it now. Cool. Use it for driving, walking, running. I read that one. Yeah, Miguel, this time I mentioned that I may go to Argentina, but next year, let's leave it for next year. I'll go down to Argentina and I'll visit you, my friend. We'll go have some milanesa together, right? You can take me to the best milanesa restaurant. Unfortunately, I looked at the prices and going from Sao Paulo to Argentina was still very expensive. It was like 400 pounds, which in dollars it would be like 500, 550 or something. Y asado, yeah man, y asado. But yeah, that'll be on me though. If I do go to Argentina, treats on me. But yeah, it was quite expensive and I'm trying to save some money now because my trip to Brazil was quite expensive as well. It was like 890 pounds. So like it's, I'm gonna save some money. But next year, because I'll visit family again, we can do that trip together. I'll take you a little present from here. Okay, where was I? Yeah, I want to see if the surd JSON library has serialize, like some sort of stream or something, because essentially if you do a surd.toString, right, that is going to serialize my links to a JSON, but it will keep the whole result in memory. But we're talking about having, you know, if we're scaling this, we're talking about having like maybe millions of links, right? So in memory, so 1,000,000 times however many bytes it takes to store a link structure, which contains, you know, multiple links and multiple kind of like images. It's you know, a lot of data, a lot of data. But yeah. You need to use stream deserializer. So JSON stream deserializer. This is definitely worth looking at though, because I guess we have a stream serializer as well, right? No, we don't. We don't have a stream serializer. Possibility to have a streaming serializer. Was this merged in? Yes, the full error. Wait, what? Let's read what this guy is doing, I guess. Imagine have a huge request from a database that I would like to serialize as a JSON array to send it over the network. Currently, if I haven't missed anything, I have to accumulate my objects into a vector which then I will be able to serialize in one time. This is kind of what we have now. It's fine for the most of the time, but looking at the side, but here looking to the size of the vector, my program needs to keep a copy in memory of all data before being able to send a single byte. There you go, that's my problem, because we essentially have a lot of RAM just storing links, right? It needs to wait the vector creation to be completed to send the first byte. It's a huge latency. If SERD was able to provide a way to serialize things as it goes, I would be able to do something like this. Okay, cool. This is possible already. You need a helper type, but inside that type serialize impl, you can call serialize sequence, which gives you an object you can keep adding elements one by one, calling serialize element on. Once you're done, you can call end method. Ah, okay, this is interesting. Thank you for the answer. I'm still a bit new to both Rust and SERD, so I want to confirm the point. My helper type actually would hold, for example, Rust progress rows. Yes, it's possible using toWriter instead of toString. Serialize the given structure as JSON into the IO stream. Ooh. Okay. I wouldn't bother with a wrapper type. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and upgrade this in the future, but for now I think I will just use the simple type just to see what it looks like, really. So we have that, and of course let's open a file, save string to file in Rust. I keep forgetting how to do this, like I keep forgetting the syntax and the stuff that we use. Write to a file. There you go. That's the one. Serialize links, and then this is the string or destination. Okay. By the way, if you guys who are watching this are interested in actually reading the whole program, trying to run the whole program, you can, by the way. It's on this GitHub, this very unmaintained GitHub page called Rusty Crawler that I have. In fact, I need to I need to move all the files inside this folder into the upper one, but this is the link to the repo. If you ever want to look at this in the future, you can run it yourself. It runs on a Raspberry Pi well, so it should run on your machine even better if you have an actual computer. So we have the JSON here, and in here we can have the path, which is the destination. And what does this return me? So let result import future. Okay, so I need to await there, right? Ah, okay, so that needs to be an async function, and that is an await, so we can just do this now, which means we can just have that. Yep, okay. That's my serialized links. Let's put it where we download the images, maybe. So, right. Yeah, let's do it here. So serialize. And then we have the links, which are the visited links, right? Yeah. And the destination is going to be my args, or program args. What was it called again? I forgot what it called it. So this is program args. Yeah. Links JSON, right? What is this? What the hell? How did this get there? Links JSON, that's the one. And we kind of return that. Yeah, I mean this should work, right? Let's try building it. Except it's not going to. The operator can only be applied to values that implement try. Like, bro, what? I have it up here. Ah, yeah. It's because I forgot to wait for it. There you go. Much better. So I got a terminal there. We can do a cargo build. And before, you know, before this is built, the plan for the plan for this yeah, I can't speak words today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna talk about the plan for this project a little bit. So I actually, on the very first or second stream of the series, we found a Rust crawling library, right? So web crawler library, and I kind of liked it. I think it was this one here, Voyager, and yeah, no, this was not the right one, because the one I saw kind of had like a Grafana thing on there and some nice benchmarks, and I kind of wanted to do something similar. Let's see if we can find it now, because I honestly can't remember which one it was. So there seems to be quite a few web crawlers, man. I'm not gonna lie. Crusty broad web crawler. There you go. I found this one. So this one was fairly interesting because it had, you know, quite a lot of stars. I'd say 78, but it also had a very nice sort of like Grafana dashboard. So the idea is to do something like this. So if I can create a web crawler that kind of just works and it will give you some data on a nice Grafana dashboard, I would be very happy with that, to be honest. But obviously this takes work. I mean, this takes a lot of work. So for example, how did this guy do all of this? So can we see all the comments? I wonder how long it took him to write the whole thing. 334 comments. So November of 2021. That's when he last pushed some stuff. Oh gosh, I regret doing this now. Yeah, so June to November, May to November now. Yeah, so it started on the 20th of May 2021. And when did it finish again? On the 27th, yeah, so July, August, September, October, November. It took him 5 months to create this. We've been at this for maybe like, I think it's a month exactly, if even that. That's when I did my first Rust stream. So potentially, you know, we've got, I would say at least 3 months to get to a nice sort of like working state. But yeah, I mean, it would be very interesting if I could do something like this that anyone can kind of run on their machines as a test. And yeah, let's try that. Let's go for it. Yeah, now let's run this and see what we get at the end, right? Yeah, I still have to see why this the output function is broken, because I'm not entirely sure. So output status seems to be broken. Ah, log status, yeah. Yeah, I know why it's broken. It's because I'm not passing the log status thing, am I? I'm complaining, but like, I'm just an idiot myself. So if I do log status, let's see. Yeah, there you go. Now it's logging the status. Number of links visited, 1. Why is it always giving me 1 though? Number of links visited. Visited links. Is my website just being extremely shit and timing out every time? It can't be, right? There's no way. There's no way my website would do something like that. Let's try again, just to be sure. Could not find links. Page returned invalid response. There you go. Now it's working a little bit better. See how many links in the queue. How much they grow. They grow so much. They grow so much. It's crazy. Oh, we're on TikTok now. Okay, so this is downloading all the images, I guess. We've got some emojis and some images, I guess, some alternate text. Yeah, we're downloading even more shit now. So, just random people's stuff, I guess. There's links.json. This is what I kind of wanted to see. So this is what these are all the links we found, by the way. So JSON, beautify JSON to keep. Here we go. This is interesting. So we don't see, you see, all the children, none of them have been visited already. Because of the very first one, we don't visit it, right? We just don't visit it. So all of the children in the very first link, they don't exist. But once we go down, they start to exist, you see. So like, whatever this link is, there is a Magomez. Oh no, that's the image, my bad. Do we ever get something in the children? Oh yeah, there you go. So the children start getting populated as soon as we have like essentially more links in the queue, which is kind of what you expect, right? Eventual consistency, I guess. Obviously the parents are not being populated yet, and that's something we need to do. And as you can also probably notice is that none of the links have the actual like link. So yeah, let's do that. This is just a problem, I guess. For now, this will be something in my function that is serializing them, right? So in here as well, I have to pass in the link, the string, link IDs, right? I guess. And that'll be a hash map of string to ID. See, I'm going the other way around. I do wonder if it's easier for me to just freaking store it here, to be honest. Probably is, right? So yeah, so let's just put it here. So the URL is going to be a string. Yeah, okay. So obviously we're going to have a lot of issues when we kind of put the URL there. So children, let's put the URL, a string there. Let's make a breaking change to this function. We have that. And then wherever we're changing things, so right here, for example, we need the link URL. So it's just URL, I guess, no? URL string. Right? Does it work like that? Yeah, I need to do a clone here. We don't need that link anymore. We do need a link, sorry. Yep, is that it? So we can do a cargo build. What's image utils complaining about? Okay, convert to JSON is not there. I'm just gonna disable all these tests. That would be a good next stream. Actually make some good unit tests for this. Now that I think someone mentioned TDD today. I think it was Slim, wasn't it, Slim? So we can actually do some tests in the next stream. Now that we have some sort of working tool, we gotta test that tool, right? So anyway, so let's run that Rusty crawler again, and I'm gonna delete these images. And delete the links.json. We're compiling the code again for some reason. It's just compiling it. Okay, yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. You know, for a Raspberry Pi visiting 2-3, so 30 links per 3 seconds. That will be what? Yeah, 10 links a second. It's not too bad. It's not too bad, I've got to say. So we found all the links up to 200 links. Could not download some image. SVG unsupported type. SVG? I didn't know that. Why is SVGs not being supported? Just trying to download my my little snake animation. This one here. Oh no, it's not there actually. Ooh, interesting. Anyway, so we've got a bunch of images, and we have the links.json now. Let's beautify this. Beautify JSON to keep. Now, where's my URL? Where's my fucking URL? The URL didn't work. I'm a fan of the GitHub badge images. So am I, yeah. I do like them. The only one I don't like is the YOLO one. It makes it look like it's a good thing that you've pushed code and merged it into main straight away. But what can I say? I've got that. You want it, you merge it. Yeah. Yes, that it was trying to download this one before and it wasn't supporting it for some reason. No idea why. But yeah. Now let me see why. Why in the hell my function that serialize links didn't work, even though we have a link here and a link has a URL. Because I found that was quite interesting, wasn't it? So it should have had a yeah. What is up with that? Destination. There's a bunch of logs here that I don't really care about here. Did it just not compile? It should have compiled, right? It should have compiled. It should have compiled. I also don't know why it compiles every single time though. Surely once you've compiled it once, it doesn't need to compile again. Bin Rusty crawler. Message format JSON. Downloading more shit. Oh, dude, I remember when I wrote this. Where is it? Oh no, it's gone now. All these images you see, I've got every single. I spent ages and ages on Photoshop doing. So, well, not all the images you see, but some of these, yeah. The ones that are from my website, like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one is a GIF. Do we have any more GIFs? Any more GIFs? Yeah, you can see it. Good times writing articles, good times. Anyway, so do we have... There you go, we've got the URL now. Beautify JSON to keep. Like, what is going on? Like, undo this. Like, I can see it here. Why is it that when I beautify it, it doesn't work? Parse. Like, what does beautify JSON do? It gets rid of it. Why is that so? Why is that so? Let's copy it to my clipboard and try and use one of the websites, I guess, right, to do this. Continue. Copied it. Tree viewer. Beautify. Come on, dude. There you go. Yeah, so why does beautify JSON in here not work? Like, the extension is broken, guys. You gotta go fix it. Anyway, we can see the URLs now, and that the children, they start coming in when more links appear. Parents are still broken. We haven't figured out a way to, find where this page came from. Well, there is a way, obviously. Whenever we send a link to be parsed, we also send the parent with it, right? That's all. But yeah, here it is. So it's kind of really good, yeah. I mean, the next step is to actually put this into a database, right? So we kind of need to somehow create some traits, some functions and traits that will allow us to get this type, I guess the type for the links, the map, the links map, and pass it to a database somehow, right? That's what we want to do. So we can have like a file system based one, which we already do really. It's just a third serialize. I do want to turn this into an actual kind of like stream writer, because as you can see that it's a lot of data here, and we've only done 200 links, by the way. This is 200 links worth of data. Imagine if we just let it run for like an hour, we would get a lot of links and a lot of data. So if you're storing all of this in memory, it's going to be, quite quite a lot of memory. But I'm happy with this result today. So just to summarize here, what we've done, where's Xcolor Draw? At the start of the stream, I kind of just figured out a way to basically store the relationship for the links. So every link has children. I've misspelled children here, only just realized. And we can store them as like a vector of IDs, right? So each link would have an ID, and that's what we did. Each of these links has a unique ID. I'm not sure if you've noticed. So that's the ID. And then we also store the parents, which we're not doing just yet. And we store the list of images per link, per web page, and then any other information that we want. Titles is just here, but we haven't really implemented that yet. So like scraping the titles off images. But this is going to be useful. I mean, yeah, next stream, I guess we just turn this into a database table. And we kind of just try and do an SQL first, and then maybe if we have time later on, we can play around with NoSQL, so like DynamoDB or something like that. Guys, I'm going to call the stream here because I have to work tomorrow and I'm extremely tired. It's been a very long day today, but I do appreciate that you guys joined. Like Antonio, Slim, Miguel, thank you very much for joining. If you're still there, you know, I wish you a good night, and hopefully we'll see each other maybe Saturday. Not tomorrow because Friday streams are a bit shit. No one really joins. No one really joins them. I think everyone's like going out somewhere with friends. But I hope you enjoy your Friday, and we'll see you guys on the weekend. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao, amigos.